There's this saying that I hear repeated a lot in the motivational, personal development, spiritual growth domain, especially empowerment for women. And that is, you can have it all. You can have it all. You can be a mom. You can be an entrepreneur. You can be anything you want. You can have it all. And it actually makes me kind of mad to hear this, because I think it's setting us up for a lot of pain. And here's what I mean by this. Do I believe that anything is possible? Yeah, I do. And this is why I'm struggling with this. This is why I'm thinking about this, because I really do believe that. I just don't think it looks the way that we think it looks. When we believe that we can have it all, we forget about something really important, and that is choice. I believe that we are these infinite beings who have chosen to come into this life that is full of limitations. We're limited by our bodies, by a physical reality, or at least it's a perceived limitation. Let me put it that way, okay? There's at least a perceived limitation. And within that perceived limitation, there's an opportunity for us to choose and experiment with what it is that we really want to create. Now, if we could really create anything, and we could really do everything all at once, there would be no opportunity to explore the choice in that, and the choice in really going deep in an experience. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't find it helpful, at least not for me, to think that I can have it all. Because I think my experience, it's more accurate to say, I can have what I really want, which is a feeling, which is an experience. I can have that, all of that. But when it comes to the trappings, the externals, the things that are part of this physical reality, I'm going to need to make some choices. For example, this is one that's really hard for many women, and that is to have children. I've chosen not to have children, not biological children. I have 2 stepsons. So in that sense, I've been able to really get at least a sampling, some experience of what it's like to be a mom, but I don't have kids of my own. And every few years, I've always had to check in. Do I want kids? Do I want kids now? And the answer always came back no. Although at age 36, I did a 40-day meditation, the Divine Mother meditation. And I did it because my teacher suggested it for me. And it was actually a really intense meditation. It was a 44-minute meditation. It was Kundalini Yoga, which had like weird things, like I'd hold my hands like this and beam thoughts. And anyway, it was intense. It was not an easy 44 minutes. And during that time, I had an experience of myself as a mother. I don't know if it was the power of suggestion or what, but it really was very powerful. And it was the first time I really sat and considered, do I want to have kids? I could have kids. But one of the biggest reasons I've chosen not to is because I know that it would involve choices that I am not wanting to make. If I had kids, it would mean that I would have to put my work second, or maybe even third. And I don't want to do that. I'm too dedicated to my work. And I'm not making a judgment here. I'm not saying that there's a right or wrong about it. This is just the choice that I made. But I recognize that while, yes, I could have kids and work at the same time and have my career, I probably can't do them at the same time. And I probably, most certainly, can't do them with the same intensity. I can't put 2 things first. Only one thing can go first. And if I had children, I would want my children to be first. And if I chose to have children, knowing that in my heart, work is my number 1 priority, this work, this impact I want to make on the world, something would be out of alignment and I probably wouldn't feel quite happy. So I'm thinking about this today because I had a discussion, philosophical discussion / argument with someone I love very much, who is thoroughly convinced that by living in the place of intention and holding the energy of both, he can have it all. I am not so convinced. I think there's power in choice. There's power in the clarity of saying, I want this. This is my number one priority. And when push comes to shove, and it's time to make a hard choice between this that I want and this that I want, I have clarity about the choice I'm going to make because I know what's really most important to me. I can make choices in alignment with it that will lead me to fulfillment and happiness in creating what I really want in life. I just think that believing we can have it all, as sexy as that is, as enticing as that is, I think it's not really true. At least not in the way most people say it. And I'm still struggling with this one. If you disagree, I want you to tell me. I want you to write below this video or send me an email or something, because I'm still open. I'm open to changing my mind about this. Maybe there's a different way of looking at it. It just seems that, at least right now for me, it's more helpful for me to believe, to understand that I have a choice and that choice is powerful. So can you have everything you want? Yes, though it's not going to look the way you think. And that's a prayer that I say for myself, and I say that prayer for you. May you have all the desires of your heart. Because the desires of your heart really come down to some very simple things, very simple feelings. It's not about accumulating stuff. It's about the way you think it's going to make you feel. And do I believe you can have that? Yes. Do I believe you already have that? Yes. You've just forgotten, like I have. Every time I think I'm lacking something, and I come back and I sit with it and I say, oh, there it is. There's nothing missing.